Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is our monthly workshop called Wellness and Wealth. It is a way for us to explore a little more about the doTERRA business opportunity, from simply earning rewards by sharing products you love to learning a system designed to create consistent monthly income. Our conversation is going to feature the why, the how, right? How are both possible and closely linked to each other, right? The more we offer wellness, the more wealth will come to us. And we're going to focus on the path to 500. It's a strategy that doTERRA introduced to us about a year ago, and how to unlock some of the new bonuses and boost your income quickly. So who's this for? Well, it's ideal for people who want to generate income while making a positive impact, right? Changing the world one drop at a time through wellness, through community, and through service. So with that, we'll get started. So the first question I will ask you, and you can raise your hand or unmute yourself and just put it in the chat. Why are you here? Like, what unmet need or curiosity prompted you to join us tonight? And maybe you are already building a doTERRA business and not only want to figure it out for yourself, but learn how to present this to other people. I think that we're all really good at sharing these amazing products, but maybe not so good at helping people in their financial need. So what I want to do is just share what attracted the doTERRA opportunity to me. Like, why did this make sense for me? And so I have a child that is medically fragile, round the clock nursing, lots of stuff going on every day, even to this day. And I found myself in a rigid job, very rigid hours. And it was difficult for me to prioritize or actually align my time with the priorities of my life. Does that make sense? Right? How often do we have to choose to go to work when something else is much more important? And for me, time freedom, financial freedom, those were two things that I needed. My husband had passed away, and I had two small children and a rigid job. And so sharing my story, telling people that they had choices, offering the wellness that we had found, automatically started putting money in my pocket, and that made me really curious. And I'm like, well, if I did this intentionally, what could I do with it? And by the time I was 55, I was able to retire from that rigid job and do this full time. And so it's been about 8 years, and this is by far the greatest profession that I've ever had. So I want you to think, before we move forward, in 30 seconds or less, what do you want most? Is it time freedom? Is it financial freedom? Is it a higher quality of life? Is it, I don't know, sometimes it's a real passion inside of you, a mission that you have lived through certain things, and you want other people to know that they have choices. So if you have that in your head, I want you to write it down or put it in the chat. And as we go forward, I want you to keep that uppermost in your mind. And as I am offering you some of the information on the doTERRA business opportunity, I want you to see how in alignment the two are. That seeking that goal is in alignment with what the doTERRA business opportunity offers. Okay? So here we go. So doTERRA, like amazing doTERRA, started this, what is this, 2008. And now they are #1 essential oil company in the world. And they have moved essential oils from being a fringe, the tree hugger people, to mainstream. We are standing tall next to many of the solutions that are offered to people's common health issues. And it's more and more popular that this will be a continuing trend over the next 2 decades. And, what I really love is they've kept the culture of a small company. They're debt-free, privately held, and they're constantly reinvesting in research to learn more and more about the oils, the chemistry, how they interact with our body and our cells. And one of the things that attracts me most is the fact that they're willing to do the science on even their most popular products and reformulate them. Most times companies have a best-selling product, it's going to live there. But doTERRA said, no, if we can make it better, we're going to do that. And I really love that. So their mission or some of their values that attract me is that it's really all about purity, potency, and ethical sourcing, right? They're going to source the best and help the most people at the same time. Their co-impact sourcing model and their healing hands makes a huge social impact. It is changing the ecological footprint of our world, right? By demanding that we grow it, harvest it, and distill it in an ethical way means that more and more farmland will be dedicated to growing it sustainably. They also have this culture of education that is missing from many of the other health companies. Yes, our product's great. Here's our claims. Go for it. No, doTERRA stands there and educates their entire website. All of the doctors that are literally available to us every week is amazing. And that gives us a sense of empowerment that we really can become healers in our own home, that it's a culture of serving one another's, right? The community of people who are using essential oils, sharing essential oils, and doing this as a business. There's all this culture of service, and that means a lot to me. And so, even if I could find another essential oil company that makes oils or offers oils that are as pure and potent as doTERRA's, I would still buy from doTERRA. Why? Because I like what they do with my money. Right? We vote with our dollars. And I am voting for a company who has integrity, that they will not source a plant to extinction just to make a profit, that they will not compromise on quality and dumb down the oils that we're using or some of the products that they're offering because people love them. It's either meets their quality and purity standards or it doesn't get sold. I think that there are so many reasons I'd still choose doTERRA because they offer a way to get these impoverished nations where we get all of these beautiful plants from, a way out of impoverished living, that they offer them a really respectable way. They teach them how to plant, how to grow, how to harvest, to get the best chemistry out of that plant. Why? Because it is all about the therapeutic value that comes out of that plant, founded on the chemistry. And so if the chemistry is not in the bottle, you cannot guarantee the outcome. And their commitment to this quality, this purity, this service is exactly why it makes for a really good business partner on so many different levels. So as I tell you about why I love doTERRA, I want you to consider what values you hold that align with doTERRA's way of doing business, their mission, their purpose. Does it resonate with you? I would love if you would put in the chat or tell me, what's the one thing, if you are already familiar with doTERRA, what is it about doTERRA that you love the most? Maria, yes, all of them, all of these things. Well, I want you to hold on to that feeling.
I also love all of them, but the most important thing to me personally is the people. How I can touch the people through the product and through the integrity of the company and the integrity of me and my team.
Yes, on so many levels, not just the people who work for doTERRA.
For sure. The people that I meet, yes, actually, it's the people that I meet, and even if they're not in doTERRA, but I met them through doTERRA, and they brought something into my life, and this is the most important thing to me.
So true, Anessa. And that's something that, as we move forward in this short time together, that is one of the key features of how to create a successful business, is bringing your community together, bringing like-minded, like-hearted people into a close-knit community that shares the same values, the same hopes and dreams. And so I want you to hold on to those thoughts as we explore some of the basics in how to make money, right? This is, why does doTERRA make the business opportunity? Why is that a good partner for you? But, let's move into, well, what would it look like? If I were to choose in and build a doTERRA business, what does it look like? And so I'm going to start with a very simple explanation. I'm not going into any kind of detail tonight, but the first bonus that you will see is called the Fast Start bonus. And you earn 20% on any product that is sold to a new member that you have personally introduced to doTERRA, and it's in the first 60 days of their membership. And every time they place an order in that first 60 days, you're going to earn 20% Fast Start commission. The people who help you get started will earn 10% and 5% respectively. So there's some brilliance in the structure because, number one, it keeps the people connected, right? The person who enrolled me and the person who enrolled her are still very close-knit in our little community, and they're still helping me to this day. 16 years later, they're still present to me, and that presence is rewarded with the Fast Start bonus. Teaching other people to share with others will help you have that same community connection and commission. We call it the 3 Cs. Okay. It is paid out every single week, which drives immediate cash flow for a new leader. The second bonus that most people see is called the Power of 3 bonus. And I call it a bonus for creating communities. And it is founded on the rewards program. And this is important. So the rewards program is there, it's kind of like the frequent flyer program where loyal, regular customers get points and other bonuses. It's really evidence of your customers' commitment to living and loving a natural solutions lifestyle. I want you to write that down. The rewards program, right? Participation by a customer in the rewards program is evidence of their commitment to living and loving a natural solutions lifestyle with the doTERRA products at their fingertips. And so when we teach people about wellness, about doing things every day to create a foundation for healing and for thriving, that's when we're creating these communities that have recurring purchases that every time that purchase happens, there's a bonus behind it. So, wellness, their efforts every single day with the doTERRA products at their fingertips towards wellness, whatever their goal is highly connected to the way you make money. So when you are sharing with others, right, it's, getting $50 when you get a collection of people who are all ordering a total of 500 in product volume. But what's really great about this is it duplicates. So each of these people is encouraged, well, let's create your own little community of people who live and love natural solutions with doTERRA at their fingertips. And each time we duplicate that, there's another level. So you go from $50 a month to $250 a month to almost $1,250 a month. And if you're constantly bringing in new people, right, there's an incentive. So you could earn these bonuses and just be comfortable. But doTERRA's mission is not done. There are thousands of people, right? I think maybe our penetration is maybe 3% of the entire United States. There's such a vast community of people who have not yet experienced all the joy of having doTERRA products at their fingertips. All of the energy, the better sleeping, the less anxiousness, the less pain and inflammation, right? Think about all the people that you know that could use a doTERRA product in their life right now. As we continue to influence other people to be seekers of wellness and to satisfy that need with doTERRA products, you're going to earn additional bonuses that can double those things. So 50 turns into 100 a month. 250 turns into 500 a month. And 1250 turns into 1750 every month as one single bonus. And so creating community is a hallmark of the doTERRA compensation plan. Putting money in your pocket quickly every single time you interact with and help somebody get started is another hallmark. Those two things are ways that we can quickly get to $500 a month. In addition to those two bonuses that you first see, there are additional bonuses for every single product that exchanges hands, every sale that's made. And most of it is duplicating leadership, right? When we talk about the Fast Start bonus and the Power of 3, we're duplicating getting people started with the product. But when we're talking about unilevel, yes, it's still about the product, but it's about, am I helping other people become leaders to help other people get started? And that's where we have the ability to maximize our potential, to create a real legacy that when we impact more and more people, right, our teams get larger and larger. And the more people, the higher the percentage. And if you notice, percentages go up as you go deeper into the level. That's called a backloaded plan. And it's something that is amazing because most network marketing companies pay lots up here to have that hype and lower here. But this is your largest level. Like, look how many people, and you're getting 7% on everything that they buy, as opposed to if you were with another company, you'd be getting 3% of that number. So dramatically different because doTERRA is seeking people who enroll other people, people who support other leaders to create more and more wellness communities. Can you see how closely wealth is connected to wellness? They're integrated and locked in the doTERRA world. And so there are, enormous potential at different levels. This is our average, you know, but there are people, obviously averages, some people make less, some people make more. But these things are possible in addition to all of the other bonuses. So wellness and wealth, we have this path to 500, and I'm going to explain it in very, very simple terms. I want you to share. I want you to build communities and have lots of fun together. And then you'll earn dollars. And then I just want you to duplicate that and teach someone else to share, build a community, and earn some money. So how is that, right? Isn't that the simplest way to look at this? It's not rocket science. It's love, it's service, it's community. So now I want you to do is I want you to just think of, what are your needs? Like, what's your specific financial goal? Do you have a specific dollar amount in your head? What would an extra $500 a month mean in your pocket change? How would it change things for you? Or maybe you're like me, you're looking for time freedom. That, yes, I want to, create an income, but I really want to be the master of my own world so that I can align the actions of my day with the priorities of my life. That to me was so important. Or maybe you're driven by some mission, that there's something pressing on your heart that you want to bring to the world. Think for a moment, who would that community be? Maybe you're just someone who would love to belong to a thriving community of like-minded, like-hearted individuals who all live and love a natural solutions lifestyle, right? Like, how wonderful would that be? Okay, so just for a moment, hopefully you have an essential oil at your fingertips. I just want you to take it out and just, apply it. Breathe it in deeply. And I want you to visualize whatever need you just identified, that now you're much more aware of it. And I want you to remember, all my needs are met, that everything always works out for me. When I serve other people, I am offering them value, and, money follows value. And so if you're always offering value, if you're always in service, money will always flow to you. So what's that best case scenario for you? I want you to think, what would it look like if all of that worked out for you? That the financial goal that you need, the mission that's in your heart, if that worked out for you right now, what would the world look like? I want you to really hold on to that vision because that's what's going to keep you going. It is that why inside of you that doTERRA is most interested in. So let's now, holding on to that, right? We're in alignment with the doTERRA business opportunity and the culture of doTERRA. We know the simple actions that create income. And now we have an idea in our head of what we want to create, both financially and in our, whether it's a financial goal or a mission goal or a service goal. The core strategy remains the same. We talk about wellness, right? Our lifestyle pyramid. We're going to build a foundation for wellness based on, well, where is a person? What do they need the most? And we customize a plan for them. And, like we're going to offer them a way to stop chasing symptoms. I call it playing whack-a-mole. I want science-backed wellness. I want sustained, and then I want this energy that oozes out of me every day to tackle the big things that God is asking me to tackle. And I want to do it in support with a community, right? Isn't that what we all want? And so, essential oils all play a role, right? We need those micronutrients as our first level. And then combining them with macronutrients like proteins and carbohydrates and our energy producers, right? We need micro and macronutrients every single day. But essential oils help up-regulate or down-regulate certain processes to make for divine intelligence to come in. So imagine, hang out with the intelligence of essential oils with your supplements. All of this laying on a foundation of healthy lifestyle, which is what we teach. Like every single one of our product lines is attached to a healthy lifestyle concept. And so, you ask the individual, well, what's the one thing that you want to impact first? Nutrition and digestion? Well, look, we have amazing products that will help you own your health at that level. Or maybe movement and metabolism is your thing. Maybe if you're like me, it's resting better, right? Getting better sleep and managing your stress. Or like what we're learning this year is that everyone needs to do something to reduce the toxic load that we experience every single day. And at the same time, we teach people, well, what oils do you have at your fingertips to address life's little urgencies? This is our wellness pyramid. And at every single level, we offer specific products to the person based on their unique needs. It's a core strategy, and every one of our classes is built around this strategy. So it starts with sampling or helping somebody do a needs assessment, and then we personalize a cart for them. In service and in our communities, we're going to follow up with them. We're going to invite them to different, kind of overviews and wellness consults and, ways to bring the community together to learn more and more. I've been doing this now 16 years, and every day I learn more and more about my own body, about the chemistry of essential oils, and the amazing world that God has created. And, as long as I'm learning, you come to a class, you will always learn something new. That's what I try to duplicate in the people that work with me. So let's answer the question. Well, what does building a doTERRA business actually look like? Well, it starts with living your message, right? So you set up your own rewards order and you buy the products that you need. You decide how much time can you invest in sharing with others and duplicating that wellness lifestyle. Then once you do that, you're going to set a date for your first class. You're going to organize your contacts and then identify who it would be most open to this message. And you're going to invite people. After the class, you're going to follow up and help people get started. One person at a time, one rewards order at a time. Kind of like standing with them, walking with them. That's why your authentic story is so important. We're all seeking wellness, and doTERRA richly rewards people who help others who seek wellness. And that's what will help you earn your first $500 a month. Then when you teach other people to do the same, you are going to duplicate that and earn even more. But the best part, the most amazing thing that comes out of doing the doTERRA business opportunity is that you will personally grow and develop as a leader, as a person. I think doTERRA is the greatest personal development opportunity wrapped up inside a network marketing business. It's the most amazing thing. And so whether you want to build on social media or whether you want to do it belly to belly, it doesn't matter. We are here to provide you with resources and next steps and, little videos that help you along the way. And so, I always bring people back together. We have continuing ed workshops on the second Monday of every month. New, vibrant topics every day. Why? Because I'm learning and I want to share what I'm learning. We do this wellness and wealth discovery call every month. Why? So that you can come back and hear it again, learn a little more, and you can invite other people that you're inviting to do the doTERRA business so that they can identify a vision, learn a little more about doTERRA's culture and why it's in alignment with their own values. And most importantly, understand the simple principles of how connected wellness is with creating wealth with doTERRA. And if you want a little more, we run a doTERRA Success Academy. It's in session right now, and it goes through the end of July. So you still have plenty of opportunity if you wanted to jump in. For this particular session, there is no cost. We just invite you to show up every Tuesday at 1:00 Eastern time, and you get a little bit of mindset, right? Because you're entrepreneurs. You have to think differently. You don't have a boss. You are the boss. We have to get better at the skill of those simple activities of sharing, inviting, presenting information, and following up. And of course, a little tool that helps us is technology. And so we teach a little bit about technology and how to leverage what's available to make you work smarter, not harder. And so I'm grateful that you joined us tonight. I want you to think about what steps that you're going to do every single day to create the goal that you set for yourself tonight, right? And what you're going to get if you are joining us live, please put your email and your name in the chat, and we will send you a resource, an email with lots of resources in it, right? That includes some of the product training, how to master the skills, some foundational strategies that we consider core, and some business training. And here's your next steps, right? Get the foundational wellness bundle and, live your message. Join our Success Academy to get that training. Attend this next call in July and bring a friend. Schedule a class and have 5 friends attend that class with you, and get with your mentor and have a coaching call so that it's unique to you and your needs. And so thank you so much for joining us. I will stop the presentation and leave it open for questions and comments.